I'm here with David Luck. He's the filmmaker behind Brunch Before Baptism. Short comedy.
Yes, yes.
Congratulations and welcome to Brussels.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. So, if you could just tell us what the film is about, please.
It is. It takes place in Alexandria, Louisiana, which is a town in central Louisiana, the heart of the state.
Yeah.
And it's about two families that are extremely dysfunctional. And
Is this based on your own life experience? Because they say write what you know.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly. Yes, not the exact storyline, but some of the characteristics and common things that people from the South do, which, of course, drink heavily,
Tick.
cuss a lot, and some small-minded.
Oh, well, that's not me. I'm away from that.
Yes.
So you've obviously, I say experienced, I don't know within your own family, but you must have experienced this in order to write the screenplay from other people, I guess, because of course it all helps.
Oh, absolutely. And the great thing about it is that there's only two professional actors, and they're the two main characters.
Yeah.
And everyone else are friends of mine who've never acted before.
Oh, right, okay.
That's why we made sure we had booze on the set.
Booze?
Yes.
Not booze, booze.
Booze,
Really?
alcohol.
Right.
And
You should have phoned me.
I
would have jumped on a plane.
Yes. It's amazing how smooth their lines can go after a few drinks.
Oh.
Yeah. And so they, it started, I had a death in my family, and a bunch of friends and I got together, and this was such a great distraction.
Yeah.
And I took pictures of each person in the cast because I had in my mind exactly who I wanted to play what, and developed their characters from there, wrote the movie in 2 days, and then the director or co-director, Ken Arsenault, it's a French name, he's like, let's do a comedy. And so we decided to do it, and it was shot in 3 days. And
So it wasn't, you didn't set out to make a comedy, that just got morphed into a comedy.
Actually, I did, because I have two Southern novels that are comedies that I did previously, of course, before Brunch Before Baptism, and I just love comedy. But the director,
Which is always the hardest thing to write, I think.
I agree.
Because you've got to make it, I mean, I've said this dozens of times, but what's funny to you may not be funny to me.
Exactly.
And of course, you've got to hit the beat as well and all this sort of stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
what was, did you have experience, I mean, I didn't look at your resume, often I do look, but,
Yes.
or did see your resume, I didn't see much on there, but in terms of what you've done previously. So had you done a comedy before? I assume you've got plenty of, you know, your CV stretches back years, I don't know.
Right. With the two books, they were comedy, and I've done work for other friends, but as an actor in comedy.
Right. So okay. So you've written before, but not for screen before, not comedy for screen. Is that what you're getting at?
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
And of course, correct me if I'm wrong here. Writing for the screen is not the same as writing for a book, is it? It's
my goodness.
Radically harder?
Yes. And then also have a background in journalism. In fact, that's how a lot of people that are in the film, we all used to work together at an NBC affiliate in Louisiana. And
so you knew this group in a way?
Oh, absolutely.
Right, okay.
Absolutely. And that's very different, you know, writing for the news and, you know, writing for film as well. So.
And when you were putting the film together, actually shooting the film, were there lines that you thought were funny on the page, but you pulled them before it went to screen? Or did you film it and think this is not working? Did you get any of that?
I did, and
because that can often happen in life.
Oh gosh, yes, and that's often happened to me.
Yeah.
Like what I think is funny you know.
They're just like dead
then
silence.
It's like crickets. It's
Yeah,
like,
and tumbleweed.
Okay,
we say,
you know, I was just joking there, you know, and so, but yeah. Oh God, I hope this doesn't sound too self-indulgent, but for the film, what I wrote, I thought was extremely funny.
No.
But,
It's not. It's not self-indulgent. I think you've just got to be honest.
Exactly.
You know, if that's how you felt, then be honest about it.
Right.
I think if you not truthful, and
Exactly.
it's not going anywhere. So, so anyway, sorry. So there were stuff that you thought was going to work, and it just died a death. Yeah?
Right. Oh gosh, yeah, and especially some of the screenings, to where what I think is extremely funny. You know, the audience was.
Was it deadpan?
Yes. You know, it's like,
so what did you do?
okay.
Did you then edit that out? Did you think this is not going to?
No, isn't that horrible?
So
I didn't, because I'm
you
like,
left it
I
in?
like it, you
That's
know.
fair enough. I mean, it's your film.
And so a funny story is that at the South Regional Film Festival in Jacksonville, Florida, which I've lived in Florida almost a year now. Yeah.
No, I love Florida. I've been there a couple of times. It's really lovely.
Oh gosh, it is. It's beautiful, and I was very surprised at the film community in Jacksonville, and they welcomed me with open arms. But one of the festivals, which I was very honored to win, but the award was Best Faith-Based Film. And I was like, are you sure it's my film? Because it's alcohol, it's a little nudity,
nudity,
smoking
alcohol,
marijuana in the bathroom.
So what? Oh, I can kind of see.
And I was like,
I can kind of see why though, because there is a bit of not a religious. Well, I say I can help me with it. I say I'm still a little bit confused actually.
Yeah.
A little confused.
Well, it's acceptance, and because I asked one of the judges, I'm like, I'm extremely extremely honored, but I'm a little perplexed about the faith-based, and she was very nice and explained, you know, in today's times, and everybody has dysfunction in their family, and because of the ending, which is acceptance, I think that's how they saw it. You know?
Tenuous, but it's a little bit tenuous, but I kind of get it.
Exactly.
So what have you? I mean, I know you know filmmaking because you've been around. You said you've done some acting, but what did you learn making this film that you weren't expecting?
Gosh, one is if you have such a short period of time to shoot a film, try to make it inside instead of outside, because that's where we came in to a lot of trouble. Yes. And because the location is extremely important.
When you say trouble, do you mean with the authorities or just filming in general, or?
The weather, where the sun sets. Also, we filmed it in May of last year, so it's very, very hot.
And of course, I suppose you've got to worry about, because having been to Florida, I can remember your blue skies, and literally in a couple of minutes, the storms are rolling in.
Exactly.
Then they clear that. I'm guessing you get the same in Jacksonville.
Oh, God, yes.
It's like, oh, this is lovely. Well, hang on, it's rain.
Right. And very similar to where the film was shot in Louisiana. We had the same problem as, you know, of course, the Florida weather. But yeah, it was extremely hot, and a lot of action scenes. So
keep it indoors.
Exactly.
Okay, there's a tip for you there.
Exactly.
But so, I mean, I take it you didn't actually have any disastrous days. It was just inconvenient in your case.
Yes, I was very lucky. And
so if you could film the whole thing again, exactly as was, other than filming outside, because that's clearly a problem, maybe you would still, I don't know, what would you change other than that?
I would remember that like 5 pages of the script a day. And like I said, we had to cut out a lot of stuff, and then a lot of of the storyline, the action scenes, because they were outside, we had to, you know, just edit those out. But yeah, time. I would make sure.
Yeah, more time.
Exactly, and then.
That's easier said than done.
Oh, I know.
Because you've got to assemble the cast and crew, and I don't know how many were on this, but that may not happen because you might say, well, I need you for 5 days, and they might say, well, I've only got 3, and so you've got to still deal with all of that, haven't you?
Right, exactly, and very fortunate that everyone was from Louisiana, except for the gentleman that had a main part. He was from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So, and it was so funny when he flew in, because of the weather. He stayed 2 hours at the Alexandria airport because they wouldn't let him off the plane because of the lightning, and we had the shoot scheduled. And so immediately, right when he got off the plane, never met his co-star, and it's a scene where they're both in bed.
Right.
And so that's when you know you have a really good actor who can just immediately, they connected. Thank goodness, you know. But yeah, I
do you enjoy it? I mean, I know it's a silly question because you're involved in it, but sometimes the stress can undermine the finished product, or not the finished product, undermine the whole process, might be better to say. But looking back, is it an enjoyable experience, or is it quite stressful and you kind of say, oh my God?
Yeah, well, that's what the alcohol's for. No, but
no, but I mean, you as a no, I know that'll okay, that'll numb things, but even so,
I do enjoy it, and I think the background in news and being a news producer, because everything's live, you don't have time, you know, for mistakes, and if you do make mistakes, you can think about what didn't work, and the next day do it over. But it's a natural high. It's a good feeling. It's a very good stress.
Okay. And are you working on something at the moment?
Yes.
Comedy?
Comedy. And,
feature?
I wish, but I'm going to go for another short, and it's going to take place in New Orleans, and so hadn't finished the script yet, but we're shooting for February.
That's February 22. So that's a few months. And the cast and crew are assembled.
Yes.
And is any alcohol required this time?
Very much. Very much.
It's like a theme through.
That's true.
So can I ask, did you have a career? I know you said you in television, but did you have a career before that?
Yes, mental health.
Okay. No. This is not unusual. I have met other people that work. I mean, there's a nurse on you, a mental health nurse, and such a stressful job. He wanted to become a filmmaker. He'd had enough of it. Yes. Yes. Was yours similar sort of story?
Very much. Very much.
We just thought, I can't deal with this anymore.
Oh gosh, yes. But really good story ideas. You know, from working in a psychiatric hospital.
Right.
So, so I went from the psychiatric hospital into television, and now I'm in marketing for a hospice company in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So, very different careers.
Because I can see a dark side, but this is like a light side outlet. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm not trying to preempt you, but it's like the flip of the coin, isn't it?
Very much so. Yes.
Right, fantastic. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you. I love being here.
No,
it's
thank
a
you.
Great festival.
Thank you. That's really, really kind. Thank you.
All right.
And well done with your film.
Thank you very much.